Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all doing well. In today's video, I will be giving you my review of the Rabbitohs versus Raiders Saturday night clash that happened yesterday. Now I know I'm a bit late with reviewing the game, but I just tend to do it until the final game ends for the round. But without further ado, let's get right into the game, into the review. So we start off with going with back-to-back set restarts for the Bunnies. One ruck infringement for Jack Whiteson, for ruck infringement, one from Joseph Tarpany, which leads to Jed Cartwright going over to score the first try of the match, 4-0. Black Taff misses the conversion. He hits the post, which is just interesting. And then we get to the 13th minute. Raiders just go for a try fest from the rest of the second half, pretty much. So first try for the Raiders goes to Corey Horsburgh. 4-all, Jared Croker converts. And then 4 minutes later, Albert Hopewade scores his first of 3 tries. Goes over 10 points to 4 for the Raiders, and Croker my apologies. Croker missed the conversion. And then 5 minutes later, Albert Hopewade scores once again, 14 points to 4. Then Croker converts to make it 16 points to 4. Then we get towards the end of then we get to the 28th minute. Alex Johnson running down the West End touchline, goes over, scores a try in the corner, 16 points to 8. And Blake Taff once again misses the conversion. Nick Kotrick was placed on report. However, he has paid a fine. Now we also get a penalty for the Raiders to go for a penalty goal after Keon Cullenton strips the ball out of, I think it was out of Croker. I'm not too sure. But it's 18 points to 8. Then we get to half time. I thought at that point we were still down by 10 points, but normally second half is where we really kick it up a notch, and how right I was. As we get to the 45th minute, Isaiah Tass goes over, scores down the left hand side touchline on the eastern side, 12 points to 18 for the Bunnies. And Blake Taff finally converts 18-14. And then 3 minutes later, Alex Johnson goes over, scoring a double for the night, 18-all. And then in the 52nd minute, Blake Taff converts. We take the lead for the first time since we scored the first try on the match, 20 points to 18. And then we get to the 58th minute. Tom Starling goes over, scores a try for the Raiders, 24-20, as Jared Croker converts, 24-20 with 20 minutes to go. At this point, it's game on. Then just right when we get to the captain's challenge. I'm sorry, not the captain's challenge. As we get to the last 15 minutes of the match, unfortunately, Corey Hoarara has suffered a seizure. All the players were covering what it was shocking to see at a football game. I have never seen anything like that at a rugby league game in all my life, and all of us and the other rugby league YouTubers from the borough, we were completely shocked. So all well wishes for him. He was taken out on a stretcher, taken to a hospital. I'm assuming he went to Westmead Hospital, and then he got discharged sometime this morning. So at least he is all good now. All best wishes. What we saw was shocking. Seeing something like that is not good. And I don't know if he's had it before, but that was very bad to watch, and it happened right in front of us with where we were sitting in the borough as well. He's all fine now, so he goes off, and Joseph Tarpany goes on for him. Anyways, we get a captain's challenge. It was successful, and then we go a couple minutes later. Bunnies go over. Damien Cook with a huge reaction, scoring a well-deserved try. He's been disallowed so many times for the last couple of weeks. Damien Cook goes over, leveling out 24-all. I just want to make a mistake from the vlog. I said we were when Damien Cook went out, I said we were in the lead. That was my error. We were not, but we were going to go into the lead anyway. Blake Taft converts just to the left of the post. Rabbitohs retake the lead, 26-24. It's still game on, but not too long after that, Albert Hopewade scores a hat-trick, 28-26. Jared Croker converts 30 points to 26. And within the last 5 minutes, Bunnies get a captain's challenge unsuccessful. And because of, we had a penalty from line in the ruck from Hame Saleh, Jared Croker converts a penalty goal. And he was actually milking the time wasting. Normally, when you're going for a penalty goal, and in the dying stage, it's not the clock normally stops. It just kept going for a minute and a half or whatever. The refs were clearly playing favouritism in this game. Don't worry, refereeing in this game was a lot more better than last week against the Eels for the Bunnies, but it was still pretty bad. I mean, not too long ago, we saw it in the Manly game and the Warriors game as well. Cost them the win as well, but I'm not going to get into that. And then with 10 seconds to go, Jamal Fogarty kicks a 1-point field goal, making it 33-26, and that's full-time score. Honestly, it was a very entertaining game. The referee not calling time off as Jared Croker was going for a penalty goal. That should have stopped the clock, and that's what cost the Bunnies to catch up. That was ridiculous. I mean, yes, we kicked it short, but didn't go in our favour because there was a penalty right after. Overall, I think it was a very entertaining game. It was great to be there. I was also at the game with Nick from Australia, Pro Enzo, CJ Moxley, Faraz, Luke Melbourne Storm fan, Luca was there as well, the drummer, and Tommy, another Rabbitohs supporter, he was there as well. It was such a great night. I'll get into that after. We'll just go through the team stats after that. So, it was really great possession game as well. Both teams had 50% of the ball. Here's the funny thing. Raiders had 27 out of 32 completions, 84%. And this is a rarity. 34 out of 38 for the Bunnies, 89%. That's what I enjoyed with yesterday. Not many errors in last night's game. And we'll go through the attack. 176 all runs for the Bunnies, 158 for the Raiders. Running meters 1,516 for the Rabbits, 1,739 for the Raiders. 469 post-contact meters for the Bunnies, 607 for the Raiders. Line breaks 7 to the Raiders for the Bunnies. Tackle breaks 11 for the Rabbits, 31 for the Raiders. Kick return meters 139 for the Rabbits, 214 for the Raiders. There was only one offload from the Bunnies and 7 to the Raiders. Jeez. Receipts 392 for the Bunnies, 353 for the Raiders. Passes 188 to the Raiders, 219 for the Bunnies. Dummy passes 6 to the Raiders, 12 to the Rabbitohs. Kicking 21 to the Rabbits, 18 to the Raiders. 500 kicking meters were very close. 520 for the Bunnies, 509 for the Raiders. Forced dropouts, 2 to the Raiders, 1 to the Rabbits. Kick defusal percent, 50% for the Raiders, 67 for the Rabbits. 1 bomb from the Bunnies and 4 bombs for the Raiders. 6 grubbers to the Rabbits and 2 of them to the Raiders. effective tackle percent, 89.1 for the Rabbitohs, sorry, and 96 for the Raiders. 327 tackles for the Rabbits, 374 for the Raiders. 31 missed tackles to the Rabbits, 11 to the Raiders. Ineffective tackles, 4 to the Raiders, 9 to the Bunnies. Yeah, and here we go to the negative plays. 4 penalties conceded to the Bunnies and 7 to the Raiders. Ruck infringements to the Bunnies, 3 to the Raiders. And on report, 1 player each. I thought, yeah, Blake Taft got placed on report as well. And here's the error count. Only 5 to the Raiders and 3 to the Rabbitohs. Only 3 errors. I am shocked. That was such an amazing game. Probably the best loss we've had pretty much all of this year. And then we had 1 player sent off for HIA, which was Corey Horonara. All best wishes for him, but he's finally been discharged out of hospital early hours of this morning. I don't know. I don't think he'll be playing next week against the Tigers, but we'll definitely wait and see. Well, other than that, great time with the lads last night, like with Pro Enzo, Nick from Australia, CJ Moxley, Luke Melbourne Storm fan, Faraz, and a couple other blokes as well that were there at last night's game. Honestly, it was great to be with them once again, and I'll definitely look forward to seeing them all again at a future game. But other than that, the one complaint I got was there was a forward pass from Jared Croker that was not picked up by the ref. It was so forward. We looked at the replay of it. It clearly went forward, and I think it led to one of the tries for the Raiders as well, which was ridiculous. But other than that minor mishap, it was such an enjoyable game. Yeah, it was freezing at the game, 12,000 in attendance, but it was definitely a great game. And now we move on to next week. I know we've got back-to-back losses, but we're on to the Gold Coast Titans at Cbus Super Stadium next week. I believe we are playing Saturday 5:30. I'll just double check it quickly. Next week. Yes, we are. Saturday 5:30 on the Gold Coast. Now, I'm obviously not going to the game as it's in Queensland. I'm not going to Queensland for the rest of the year. So we should have our Origin players back for next week as well if they are fit to play and not injured. But we'll definitely wait and see. Anyways, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We reached 1,000 subscribers next week. We're on the last week, sorry, and we're on the way to 2,000 subscribers. Once again, everyone, thank you all so much. Looking forward to against the Gold Coast. I think we'll easily beat them. Their defense and attack. They're good on defense, but attack-wise, oh, that's shit. I mean, the Titans choked against the Dolphins a couple of weeks ago, and what led them to win. And not too long ago, back in Magic Round against the Eagles, they almost slipped it, narrowly winning. But we'll definitely wait and see what happens. Anyways, everyone, this will conclude the review. I will see you all tomorrow with my round 14 NRL tipping video, and I will also give you my State of Origin prediction tomorrow as well. I don't know if I'll do it at the start of the video or towards the end of it, but we'll wait and see. Anyways, everyone, I'll see you all in the next video.